everything you're saying though about creating that effect with an audience, like as fellow artists, like that's something that I feel like is so important, is when you create something and you see people enjoying it, there's nothing more rewarding than that.
Yeah.
And whether it's through film, music, you know, paintings, whatever, when you can affect an audience or affect a viewer or affect someone who enjoys your work, that's a really powerful reward.
Yeah, and so that's kind of why I engage with music. It's why I engage with theatre. It's why I do film. It's because like I have a genuine passion to change the world. And when I say like change the world, doesn't mean the whole world, but it could be someone's world, you know?
That's a really good point, because another thing with filmmaking and music and any sort of industry within the arts is that there's sort of this corporate like overshadow that kind of goes throughout the industry, right? And there's this kind of mindset that everything has to be make money. We got to be financially successful. If it's not financially successful, then it's a failure.
Yeah.
But one of the most important things I feel as an artist is to create something that has an emotional impact on people. And sometimes that doesn't have to be a financially successful product. Sometimes you can only reach 100 people, 50 people, sometimes only one person. But if you can affect one person in a meaningful, positive way, sometimes that's worth it. And I feel like that's a very important thing that so many people, especially in Hollywood, lose sight of, is this mindset of like, we need to make sure that whatever we're doing is financially viable and we can do it and it'll be successful so that we can continue to do more of this. But through that process, they lose that edge of like what the true purpose of an artistic vision is.
Yeah.
And that is to create something that we as humans who all love these amazing things that we really want to go out and enjoy. And through that, that's where we get really good art, is through these artists that have something to say. And sometimes they get through it through difficult means, and it's not sometimes an easy road to get there, but when they do and they can finally reach an audience, that's obviously really powerful. Like I look at examples like Ed Sheeran and stuff like that, who when he first started off, he was garbage. He was no good. I'm not sure if you've heard, there's like a video he's like released where it's like when he first started off singing, his voice was, you know, quite croaky and like it wasn't very good, right? And then through practice and time, and eventually after he got it to a stage where he was happy with it, and obviously he made the right moves within the industry in order to get like realized, he's now one of the most popular, successful and famous rock stars on this planet.
Yeah,
and
right.
It's a good story because it's like, doesn't matter where you start, it's where you finish, right? And through hard work and determination, you can get there. And that's where I find stories like yours really interesting, because it's like, you know, obviously you guys kind of spawned at a really inopportune time when COVID-19 came and it made things really difficult.
Yeah.
But that might be the thing that kind of is the roadblock that comes in your way, but then might lead you on to future success.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think the good thing and the thing about COVID was it brought us together, right? Like, I don't know about you, but through majority of that time, you know, it was isolated, right? You felt isolated. And a good thing was we every single week we called up, we made sure everyone was all right.
Did you do like the Zoom meetings and stuff?
Yes, we did. We like had a call every Friday night just being like, hey, how's everyone doing? We're practicing the music, you know? And it was a really positive thing to have because, you know, it was so quiet for a while, you know?
Well, the biggest thing that I've learned since this whole pandemic started was that humans require interaction and physical interaction. We're a very relational species, and we really need to have that eye-to-eye contact and that eye-to-eye conversation, and doing it through a screen through these Zoom meetings and whatnot, it's just not the same. I think it's great that we have the technology to do that, but it's just not within our inner biology and our physical makeup. And and obviously here in Australia, we're very, you know, fortunate that we're in this situation where we are able to get back to a relative normalcy within society compared to a lot of places in the world. But like, I just remember when I came out of the lockdowns and stuff and just seeing my friends again and being back on campus for uni and having the ability to make our films again, it was just an experience where it was like, you really realize what you have after you've missed it for so long.